Hello. This is the relationship between Scorpio and Gemini. Now, keep in mind, this can be any type of relationship in your life. It does not have to be just love. All right, let's get started. The overall aura is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is all about love. Parallel to the heart, this chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, harmony, relationships, and healing. It's believed to be the link between your mind, body, and soul. Balancing this area may take a while, but you should allow all the time that you need so the healing energy can get through and flow freely. By loving yourself and others, as well as learning forgiveness, you will become more attuned with spirit. There's been a lot of ups and downs with this relationship. A lot of the time, you guys really haven't forgiven certain situations. There's a lot of blockages with the heart chakra, and I feel like the only way to heal that is mainly with time, but also with making the right decisions on if you're going to stay or leave the situation. So if you are here on this reading, you're probably on the right track because you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So the psychic oracle card that we have is sacrifice. So I feel like the female energy, the queen of the situation, has sacrificed a lot, has put a lot of effort into this relationship, has sacrificed a lot of themselves, though, in particular, like their self-esteem, or maybe how they feel about themselves, how they dress, maybe their personality has become dull. So that's pretty deep. The overall actions we have, 6 of Pentacles. So there's an imbalance in the relationship, and we were just saying the female aspect is giving up a lot of themselves. Now, female aspect does not have to be literally the female. I mean the energy that the person brings to the situation. Yeah, someone's self-esteem has been put down, a lot of criticism. All right, so let's just look, because there's a lot of pain and hurt in the situation. So in the past, what was happening was the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So someone needed help but was not asking for it. I think there was a lot of shame. I almost feel like someone didn't have the ability to speak up on how they felt or what they needed because they just had way too much pride. But Neptune, the Hangman. So this could be a person who has Pisces as their moon sign, or maybe their ascendant. But I also feel like this is someone who is a little bit imaginative. They may be a little bit more immature than the other person, or less grounded than the other person. So whoever has issues with money sometimes, or just whoever is the more creative person, they had a little bit of issues. And I think that was the whole focus of your relationship back in the day. So Scorpio, you may be a Pisces moon. In the past, you were having issues with finances, or just needing something. You needed something. And so you were the person who was in need. In Gemini, we have you with the 3 of Swords. So Gemini, I think you were coming up with new ways for Scorpio to thrive. And I think you were coming up for new ways to help Scorpio leave a certain job, or maybe a certain living situation, and distance themselves from things that they regretted. You were a part of that healing process, but as far as like physically, you were on the move. Gemini is always on the move, Mercury. And with Scorpio is like ice. So it's like frozen water, if it's in a bad situation. And at this point in their life, they were in the past. And so you were the person that kind of helped the ice, if you will, and you kind of helped guide them, you helped move them towards something else, towards a better situation, new things, just a new fresh scenery, maybe for some of you, and you just got them out of a situation. Maybe you allowed them to move in with you, or something like that. Like you gave them a new fresh outlook of something. So let's move into your present. So what's happening now as you are watching this video? This is a timeless video. So the actions that are being shown in this relationship is the 4 of Wands in reverse. So I feel like you guys are not getting along in a family setting, and I almost feel like you guys are not socializing. You guys are being very quiet with one another, and you're not speaking. Someone's being a diva. That's what the Queen of Wands is. But this is also someone stepping out and becoming more independent, and just kind of doing their own thing because they have their own mindset now. They may feel like the relationship that they're a part of is not serving them anymore, and they may not be having fun, or they may want to do other things with other people, and they may not be able to admit that to themselves, let alone you. So maybe that's why they're being different and standoffish, but they don't know how to express that they just want out, or maybe they just want to have more fun. Who's projecting these feelings? So this is the Scorpio. So again, the Scorpio is being the person that's kind of dragging the situation down. Not to say that they're always like this, but I just feel like the Scorpio can be very needy at times. but this is how they were when you met them. So I feel like that's also something that they always say. Like, you knew how I was when you got with me or whatever. All right, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. So the Scorpio's desires as of now, I do think that they want to build a family with you. I do think that they want to build just a foundation with you. So even if you don't want kids, maybe it's just having 2 or 3 pets in the house and you guys get a mortgage together or something. I don't know. But this person does want to build, and they do see you in their future. Now, I don't know if they see you as emotional stability, and that's why they want you, like just because they know that they'll be able to sustain themselves emotionally. So that's kind of that manipulative energy that a Scorpio could give. Or they may just genuinely feel the need to be around you and they love you. But let's get back into the Gemini side. So with Gemini, we have the Fool here. So the desires that you have as of now, Gemini, I think you're kind of looking away. I think you want to start new things. Now, you either are looking away, wanting to start a new relationship, or you could be looking into your relationship, but you're wanting to start new things such as building the family or starting to venture into new things as a couple, as a marriage. You're trying to look towards something new. You want to add something to the relationship. But for some of you, I definitely think you could be looking away from the relationship. So Gemini, that could just be you having that wandering eye. So just be careful. But if you do want to end it, then just end it. But I do realize that relationships can be a lot tougher than just saying, let's just end it. But let's see what this card here is. 7 of Cups. So yeah, there's just this constant need to decide what's going to happen. What are we going to do? But also, I think you're assessing what you guys have together. I think both of you are doing this. Like, you both want to know what else is there to do. Like, if there is more that can happen, what is that? What can we build? What else is there? That's the question I keep hearing. What else is there? Some of you feel like you've given all that you can. There's not more that you can say. There's not much more that you can do. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get towards this future. So what's happening? Knight of Cups in reverse. So I think there's some petty drama. You're nitpicking, criticizing. You may be just feeling like the other person doesn't love you. They're not showing enough affection. Why didn't you give me a hug? Why didn't you text me back? Like that type of energy. It's not petty. It's something deeper to the situation, but you guys are only just staying on the surface. And so it's coming off as petty. Okay, so we have Aries here. So if there's someone who has Aries moon, Gemini did have the Fool card. So Gemini, if you have some Aries ties with your chart, then this could be talking about you. Like, maybe you're just not into the situation anymore, and so every little thing is pissing you off. Every little thing is a pet peeve for you that this person does. We also have the Jupiter sign here. So I feel like you want expansion. You just want more. So remember when I was saying you're either looking away, like you want to start something new, or you're looking into the relationship and you want to start something new. So I'm starting to feel like you guys want to branch out, Gemini. So I'm starting to see that. Like, I think you want to broaden the relationship. For some of you, it could be that you literally want to just leave the relationship. And for some of you, you just want to maybe have an open relationship. I don't know. It just depends on what's going on. But I do see that there's like, you have a wandering eye and it doesn't look like it's going to close anytime soon. So Scorpio is thinking, okay, what can I do to move on from the situation? I think that they are feeling the vibe that Gemini doesn't want to be in this anymore. And they're like, you know what do I got to do to end this? It's time to move on. And I really feel like Scorpio feels that way. And when Scorpio feels that way, it's not going to be too good if you stay around them for much longer. Because when they want you to go, they want you to go. And for Gemini, what's happening for you is the Knight of Wands. So yeah, you're just really trying to move on to something else. I think you do have a mindset to move on quickly. Like literally make a fast movement out of the relationship. Some of you may leave during the night, like literally just storm out and you leave and that's the end of it. I would not advise you to end a relationship like that unless things are getting just too hectic, but try to end it peacefully. But let's just see, are you guys going to end up together or not? Because that could just be saying you guys have a huge blow up and that leads to the next chapter of your life. Who knows? But let's see the probability of you guys staying together. All right, so so at the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups. So you guys are still trying to make decisions. So you guys will still be together because you guys are having a hard time separating you guys' lives. I feel like you guys are blaming it on the kids and the house and the rent and there's all these reasons why you guys have to make it work. And I feel like it's mainly Scorpio that's making all of this happen. And I feel like Gemini is going along with it, but it's mainly the Scorpio who's being needy. And they don't want change. So Gemini is ready to move on, and Scorpio is not, and they're clinging on. So be careful with that, Gemini. Try not to let them get you too riled up, because I feel like they have the ability to do that. It's a money issue. Like, maybe if you guys are married, you don't want to have a divorce because you don't have a prenup. Like, something like that. Or maybe they want child support and you're not down with that. It's really like some petty stuff. Like, I really feel like, yeah, just tit for tat. Like, you guys can go, go pretty deep with how low you guys go to bring each other down. So please try not to do that. Four of Swords in reverse. I feel like every time you guys separate, you go back to each other, and it's like a quick thing. It's everything that happens, whether it's a breakup or a makeup, it's all very quick and very just out of the blue. If I can say this, immature, and it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you. And if you guys are in a marriage, this is not what a marriage is, and you're not working together. If you have a family, whoever's in charge of the family, which is the two of you, you're not really being in charge, and so you're really losing. Where you think you're keeping the family together, you're really losing the family dynamic because you're not even capturing the essence of it. So that's pretty deep. And I think you guys just sexually want each other. Gemini, you may not be able to get enough of the Scorpio, and that's just the truth. And that's why you guys probably are married in the first place. Like, you just can't leave it alone. That's what I feel. You're just always sprung on it. So yeah, I mean, it's like, the dynamic between Scorpio and Gemini in the first place, like, that's a crazy ass mixture in the first place. So I can't really say I expected anything less than this type of energy, but for it to be so like loud that you guys are crazy about each other, but also crazy with each other. So it's kind of like mainly the Scorpio is the one who's the crazy one, but Gemini, you get pulled into it because they have a way of pulling your strings in certain ways. It looks like you guys will be together, but one of you guys is going to have to stand up and make the decision to say, I'm done with this. I'm not comfortable with the way things are, and I'm ready to move on. And you have to do it and just be logical about it. You can't put emotions. It has to be logical. And it's probably going to be the female aspect who does this, who really who put a lot of sacrifices into this relationship, whether it was willingly or not. And they're probably the one who's going to be like, you know what, I'm done, out of my life. Oh, all right, Scorpio and Gemini. So if that resonated with you, if you enjoyed that, please leave a thumbs up. It's free and it helps me out so much. Subscribe to the channel. If you would like to contact me for a reading, you can email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you very, very soon.